Hey everyone. This is going to be a completely unrelated video to most of my videos on my channel. This has to do with the video game Skyrim, and I'm playing it right now. And I just had a situation where anybody that watches or plays Skyrim should really be the only people that watch this video because otherwise you won't have any idea what I'm talking about. But um, I have my character, and I built my own house. I built the one for Falkreath, so it's the Manor in that area, and you can get your own people to join you. So, in a sense, you can get a bard to come into your house. You have your that person that you get when you become your Carl, basically. Um, and then you can get your steward to you can choose who you want to be your steward. And I chose this woman. I think her name is Annika, but it could also be Anna K, Crag Jumper. And I found her in this little mill town, uh, where I think she sent me on a quest, and I just really liked her, and I ended up having her follow me a couple times, and she was a really really good fighter. Um, and when I built my house and I decided to get a steward, I thought I would like to have her because she's a really good fighter. And I have people attacking my house all the time. It's like every 5 to 10 times that I fast travel to my house, I'll have a dragon, or I'll have thieves, or I'll have vampires. Right now I'm doing the quest with Serana, so I have random vampires attacking me all the time from the castle that her dad lives in. And I just leveled up to 100 in my enchanting, so I'm able to put 2 enchantments on my weapons. So I went back to my house because that's where I store all of my enchanted items for fortify smithing and fortify alchemy. So I had my dragon scale armor all set and ready to go. That was sitting on my armor mannequin, um, smithed up and everything, just no enchantments on it because I was waiting to level up all the way in enchanting to level 100 so I could put 2 enchantments on it. However, when I first went there, Annika started attacking my horse, which meant that either my horse started to attack her or she just randomly started attacking my horse. And I was like, that's weird. And I couldn't get her to stop. So I reloaded from my last save and then fast traveled to my house again. And then the vampire showed up again. I fought them all, whatever. Went down into my cellar and did, all my smithing that I wanted to do. Went back upstairs, and I have Serana with me. And I saw this red dot show up on my screen that there's an enemy in my house, and I was like, what's going on? That's really weird. And then it disappeared. And I heard Annika say something like, oh, it must have been something I heard or something. And I was like, and then the dot went away, and I was like, okay, that's weird. That's never. I'm not in sneak mode. There's no enemies in here that I know of. So I went about my business, and then all of a sudden, Serana started attacking Annika, and then Annika was attacking me, actually. And I was like, what the heck is going on? So I saved to my previous save, and I have it set to save it every 5 minutes because this happens a lot where you have to go back to a previous save, and it has you don't want to have to go back to when you fought a dragon 15 minutes ago, and the amount of stuff that you get done in that 15 minutes is ridiculous, and to have to go back and lose all of that what is these freaking seizures? I can never remember the words I'm trying to think of. You don't want to have to go back and lose all of that experience and all of the stuff that you had gained in that 15 minutes. So I set it to 5 minutes. So a lot of times it will save every time I go through a door because it has to load. And so I did that. I tried keeping Serana downstairs because I thought maybe she had something to do with it, but she kept following me. But then after a couple of tries of reloading back to before Annika started attacking me, I realized it was me. She was attacking me, and I couldn't figure out why. So I looked it up online, and I actually found a bunch of posts about why is my steward Or why is my house Carl just randomly attacking me when I go into my house? And then some people were like, oh, I went to my house in Riften and my house Carl started attacking me. Then I went to my house in Whiterun and then, faithful Lydia started attacking me and I can't figure out what's going on. People were saying it could be because you're a vampire. The person was like, well, I'm a werewolf, which is a situation with me. I'm a werewolf, not a vampire. I have a vampire with me, but she's not the problem. I'm the one getting attacked, and then Saran is getting involved because she's my partner right now. So anytime I'm getting attacked, she goes to defend me. So I was trying to figure it out, and something that I had done that isn't a normal thing for me to do popped into my head. And during these times where I was exploring, before I ended up going to Lakeview Manor, where I built my house in the Falkreath area, I had come across the Alikir guards or soldiers, whatever they are, interrogating a woman, which has happened before. Sometimes you'll just come across the Alikir just interrogating just some random woman that looks like the one, looks nothing like the one that is the helper at the Whiterun bar, the Bannered Mare. But because she's similar enough, I think she's a Breton, I think. No, a Redguard. She's a Redguard. Because she's a Redguard, and they just happen to pass another Redguard woman, they start interrogating her, and they just kind of annoyed me, so I killed them. And I noticed that I had a bounty come up in my screen, and I was like, seriously? Like, I'm out where all like those hot springs are, where there's like a few giant camps and stuff. This is where you find all the jazzbait grapes and the creep clusters, and there's a ton of dragon's tongue out there. I was in that area. I wasn't around any towns or any mills or even in like the small towns or anything like that. So I was really confused, but that had popped into my head. I was like, that's around the area where Annika's mill was, where she's from. And I ended up getting a bounty, and it's a new bounty. So I went into my general information and went down to my crimes, and it turned out I had a really, really high bounty for Windhelm. I don't even know what the heck it was for. Probably because I had to assassinate somebody in Windhelm when I was doing the Dark Brotherhood quests, but I'm pretty sure I had done that perfectly fine without being noticed, but I had a really high bounty in Windhelm, so I went and cleared that up, but it still didn't add up with where I was, so I checked all the other areas, and it said Hallmarch, the HJLAAL March place, which is over by Morthal, but when I killed the Alikir guards, that's what it said. So I killed them in the area where Annika was from, but my bounty ended up being all the way out in Morthal. So I just ended up clearing up all my bounties, and I had one in Windhelm that I had to clear up, which was the big one. It was like over like 2,300 gold. And then Whiterun was 5, and then in Morthal it was 40. And I went and cleared it up, easy peasy, went back to my house, and Annika didn't attack me. So I believe I figured it out. So if your housecarl or your steward or whoever you have in your home just starts randomly attacking you, go to a previous save, check out what your bounties are in your areas, and then just go and clear up those bounties. And I'm going to guess that they're going to stop attacking you, because I'm going to assume that that's what is causing them to attack, because they are basically employed through the Jarl to work at your house and to protect you. But if you're like doing like major crimes, it would make sense that they would attack you. So I think I figured it out. So all those things online, anybody that has it happen to them and they have the question like, why is this happening? I would say go into your crimes and check out your bounties and see if you have any pretty large bounties. The reason I did that is because I just happened to remember that I had just gotten a bounty added onto me after killing the Alikir soldiers for interrogating the woman. So I thought, oh, maybe that's why she's doing it, because I got a bounty. So I went and cleared it all up, went back to my house, didn't have a problem. And I'm not kidding. I had reloaded like 7 times. I had Brayden and Jeff in here watching it. They were Jeff plays this game and he was trying to figure out, like, that's so weird. Like, it's got to be because Serana's there. And I'm like, no, she's attacking me. Like, Serana has nothing to do with it. Serana's getting in my way, but it has nothing to do with her. And then it just popped in my head. I was like, oh my God, I just had a bounty added to me for killing these Alakir soldiers. Like, maybe that's what it is. So I went and cleared up my bounty, and it cleared up the problem. And I'm pretty sure that's what it was, because, like I said, I had reloaded like 7 times, and I just could not get her to stop. I even tried putting a comm spell on her. Didn't do anything. So I think that's the answer. If you ever run into this problem, reload from a previous time, check out your general information, scroll down to where your crimes are at the bottom, and then check out what your bounties are in some of the areas around there, and just go and clear them up. And I honestly think it was the one that was 40 gold, and she was attacking me. So I don't think it has to be very much, and just go and clear that out, and I think your problem will be saved, because I really did not want to have to kill her, because I actually really like that character, Annika Cragjumper. Can't remember the mill she's from, but I know it's somewhere in the area between Riften and that little town that you have to go go up to see the Greybeards. You have to go to Iverstead, I think. That might be it. It's somewhere in between that little town and the city of Riften. I found her. She might be a little bit higher up where like some of the giant camps are, where the hot springs are. But she's somewhere in that, over on that side of the map. So, yeah, I just wanted to put that out there, because I could not find an answer to it anywhere. People were giving like the most ridiculous answers to that question. Like really ridiculous, like things that like people are just being like disgusting answering the questions. Had nothing to do with the game. They were just being pervs. So I wanted to put that out there and let you guys know it's probably because you have a bounty on your head. So go clear that up, and they won't attack you anymore. All right, that was it for that video. That's really all my video is about. I just wanted to answer that question for people out there, because it doesn't seem to be answered online. Shockingly, because you can find everything online right now, but I couldn't find an answer as to why your steward or housecarl will just start attacking you. But I think that's what it is. All right, that's it. Bye, guys.